Hello, welcome back again with another edition of another episode. I'm on my new account. I never uploaded a video to this account, but would be my first video that I'm uploading here. And my name is Peter Garces, and welcome back again. And the name of this account is called Diet and Spirituality. So this is my new channel that I'm uploading to, and it is good to be back. And what I talks about black African American unity. You know, I'm looking past all of the other stuff, and I see us being a better people. But and everything, and I just want to just come on here and just uplift, because that's all I know. You know what I mean? I'm not coming on here trying to attack nobody. That is not my character, and you know what I'm saying. That's just not who I am as a person. And I said this on multiple of the videos that I have on the other channel, because this is my first video here. But maybe what I want to entitle this video is that I don't know. Do I want to give it a title? I want to say, I just thank the African American fathers and the mothers for discipline, because especially on jobs where in which we work. Let's see here. This account don't allow me up to but 15 minutes to upload, so I'm gonna have to go ahead on and make it short and to the point, because it only allow me to upload so much. I don't want to go over the minutes of the video in this channel. I have a receipt before me, and I'm not going to give the name of the company, but it's called Product Control. Product Control. And this receipt here is one of the what you call the not supervisors, but the inspectors came in, and I was doing some work, and I didn't write the receipt out correctly. You know, I didn't write the receipt out correctly. You know, based upon, I'm just gonna say it. Should I say that? And well, right now I'm just gonna stick with it like this here. And I wrote the receipt out wrong. And everything that they do, it's in a food place, and I wrote the receipt out wrong. And I did several things incorrect. And with that being said, I did, you know, even though sometimes I feel that the discipline was really tough. Sometimes discipline don't always come in a way in which we want it to come all the time. You know, although there is a way that we can. It's a way you can say things to people in the right manner, and we are supposed to do things in the right manner. But I do thank the inspectors that came to me and told me what I was doing was wrong, because a lot of times when discipline comes, even though it's not comfortable, a lot of times it can save us from hell. It can. It really can save us at times. And so, at the end of the day, we do have to thank the person that came to us with discipline. You know, because when I realized it wasn't right, because I'm a type like this here. I love working, and I take a lot of pride in my work, and I love working, and I love satisfying people, and I love just being, you know, a job is all about working as a team. You know, we're working there not just for yourself. You're not making money there for yourself. You are doing it to represent and to help and to really help somebody else. You know what I mean? We are there to represent not only the company, but we are there to represent each other as employees. Employees is supposed to be all about a team working together. Like if I'm doing my work, I'm not going to expect for to me to just be very selfish and just be doing part of my work. And I'm seeing you struggling with something and refuse to reach out and to help you. I'll stop doing what I'm doing, even though I haven't caught up on what I'm doing. I would stop, and which is the right thing to do, and assist the other person, because it's the right thing to do. It's just the right thing to do. You know what I mean? And that is the type of person that I am. But I might have to kind of split the conversation up, so I'm gonna split it up and throw this in, because I have some questions that that I have on my mind. So I'm gonna go ahead on and say this here. I talked about on my Black African Love account channel, and these are questions that I have. Is it a wonder that everybody in the world are different, right? Everybody in the world is different, and and just tell me, and just give me your thoughts, and tell me if you think you can relate to this here. You know what I mean? Because I always have been a curious type person, you know, and I always had that eagerness to learn, and I still do, even to this day, because I don't know everything, because I'm not on here. I'm not on YouTube for fame. That is not my purpose for coming on here. People. The worst of people in the world, the most baddest person in the world, do you think that at some point that everybody, like regardless of how bad or how mean they are, or how cruel they are, or how unfriendly they are, whatever, just mean, nasty, cruel, whatever, and do some of the most worst of things in the world that you could ever imagine? No matter how much they hate, I'm just making a general statement. It's not about all this, you know, a certain select group of people. I'm talking about, this is a whole general statement as a whole. Do you think that regard even the worst of people in the world, do they have somebody in the world that they be in love with or that they love? If you feel like you can relate to this here, just leave your thoughts and just give me your comments and give me your honest, strong opinion. Or if you feel like you can present a fact, a state of fact, or anything of that nature, let me know and just give me your thoughts on it, and just tell me what you think. I mean, it's just something that I've been curious about. You know, it doesn't matter who you are. You know what I mean? Do you feel or think in your mind that the worst of people in the world, do they have somebody at some point that they are in love with, or that they have been in love? Do they have somebody that they are just in love with, regardless of how bad they are at some point? Do you know, I'm just give me your all thoughts and tell me what you all think. You know, I'm just curious. You know what I mean? Because I'm still learning, even though I'm a young adult right now. You know, and everything. Do you feel or think that, or is it just, I don't know, I guess I don't want people to think that I'm overthinking or just my imagination just running wild, you know, and I'm just overworking my imagination or whatever, you know. Just leave your thoughts and leave your comments, and I want you all to tell me what you think about that, you know, a situation like that, regardless of how bad people, even the very people I feel like that rejects people, or that have the spirit to reject people. Do you feel like in your mind, or any kind of way in your thoughts, that is it meant for some people to just reject people, or is it meant for some people to just be bad? Or do you think that just some people are just marked? I know it's going to go back to the biblical and the spiritual and all of that, you know what I mean? But Do you think that some people are just meant to be a certain way so an example can be made out of certain things? Or some people just have to be ungodly, or some people just have to be a certain way in order for an example of something is to be made out of? Because I hear people say that God gave us all a choice. You know what I mean? He gave us a choice, and without that choice, that free will, we'll be like robots, programmed. We couldn't think. But I'm thinking in my mind, even though He gave us that ability, freedom to think, free will to think, even the free will, I'm thinking that He already knows who's going to make the right choices, and He knows who's not going to make the right choices. And any things of that nature. Do you feel like in your mind that even with that, is that still a program to the point to where even though He knows who's going to make the right choices, and He knows who's not going to make the right choices, and He knows who's going to be saved, and He knows who's not going to be saved, even though He know you're going to reject Him 30 times, but when you get to the 31st time, you're going to receive Him as whatever, your Savior or whatever. Even though we made that choice, do you think at some point that He still, is it still a program, or is it still some kind of like we're programmed? Because I would say we're programmed is to have the free will, and God already knows that we are going to make the right choices. He already know when you get to 48, or when you turn 48, from a little bit of newborn baby to the time from a couple of months all the way to a year old, all the way up to 48, and He knows that you're going to make the choices to do the right thing. Do you think it is just destined and designed for a person to be saved, or is it just designed and destined for us people to be just lost? Or is it just destined and designed for a person is to be, how some people get shot down and killed and all those different things? Because if it wasn't meant for that person to get shot down, it wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? Was it just meant? It was just because if God knows everything before you were born, and He knows at some point that was going to happen, I'm thinking He already knows that was going to happen. Maybe it was just destined and designed for it to happen. So that's just, you all just give me your thoughts on that and tell me what you think about this situation. Alright, I love you all, African American men and women, and with that being said, I'm not spreading hate. So I love you all very much. Alright, bye.